Welcome to the Year of the Snake readings. This is for goats. So if you are a goat, this is a message for you. I'm pulling 4 cards about the overall energy, the challenges, the opportunities, and the balance and flow. So right off the bat for you, this is about delving into your creativity. It's about finding that flow. It's about channeling that creativity into the projects that you have coming up this year. And the key thing is, though, to make sure that you don't get caught up in mood swings and things that make you focused more on judging yourself instead of being in flow. Sometimes flow is a trickle. Sometimes flow is a fire hydrant gushing, fire hose, whatever. Um, so be mindful of that. All right. So right off the bat, the overall energy, we have the Knight of Swords. So just like I was talking about, this is really being aligned with the actions you want to take, but your focus must be there too. Your mental focus is what I'm speaking of, not your optical focus. So when you are aligned with the thinking about the things you want to do and being a little more organized, perhaps, this is going to help you actually take action. Because I really feel that this Knight of Swords is about not just the thoughts, not just getting out of your own way, but also giving way to the action that you can take. All right. And then we have the challenges that are coming up this year for you. Well, this isn't really that big of a challenge, which I think is really good for you. Is maybe it's just trusting your own intuition. Your challenge is yourself, getting out of your own way. And when you can do that, there's definitely more flow. I'll pull clarifiers for them too, but let's get through the other 2 cards. So your opportunities are for you to learn about timing and having patience and surrendering to the flow of things. And I spoke in the beginning about creative flow. So this is about the flow of things. You can't be impatient. It has to be in a time that works for the overall energy. The the universe trying to coordinate everything. It takes time, it takes strategic placement of things. So it's not always about up to how it shows up for you. Okay. And then the balance and flow for this year for you is just focus on what brings you joy. Focus on finding the fun, even in those things that we have to do, don't really want to do. I think this is the key to having a very balanced year and to really harness your creative flow is to just trust, go where it's fun, do what's fun, and do make fun with the things you have to do that aren't so fun. Because we can't just play all the time. That would be boring anyways. We need to have things that we push ourselves to do so that we have something more to celebrate. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. It's working. All right. I don't know what happened there. We are still recording though, so let me try again. So it's interesting to see that the first 4 cards out of all of them, 3 of them are major arcana. So what that's telling me is that this could have a big prominence in your life. So it's something to kind of really be aware of. So we are clarifying the Knight of Swords with the 4 of Swords. And if you remember in the opportunities, I had the Hangman come up, which to me it's very 4 of Swords energy, where it's asking you to focus yourself on something specific and let go of anything that is causing you to feel stressed or what have you. To me, the 4 of Swords is not necessarily about taking a rest. It's taking a rest from the thoughts that are kind of driving you crazy. Have one thought in mind and notice the card is, most of the card is yellow. Yellow is a happy color. Yellow is a positive color. It's about positive energy. You know, that balance and flow. We have the sun. Look at all the yellow. So this is really when things start to get out of control for you. And again, it's clarifying this Knight of Swords. When things feel like they're getting out a little out of control, I feel that this is the opportunity for you to refocus your mental awareness on something that's a little more upbeat or more in alignment with you being in a good mood. All right, so with the High Priestess in the challenge area, we have the Nine of Wands. So yeah, don't be burning yourself out. Don't be focused on how difficult things were as far as, you know, trusting your intuition and, you know, anything that you might have made a decision on and it might not have worked out the way you wanted it to. Like all of those things add up and you can really have an effect on your own, how you see yourself, right? So it's important for you to really give yourself a break from things, but also remember that you might have been doing a lot, and maybe it isn't a lot of what you want to do, but it's a lot of what you have to do, you need to do. Really honor that. Have gratitude in it. Find a way to be grateful, even in the things that are a lot tougher to deal with. And to clarify the Hanged Man for the year opportunities, we have the World. And I love this because it's showing you that everything is, you're being supported by the universe. Okay. So in those times where you have to slow down, whether it's voluntarily slowing down or something forces you to slow down, hopefully nothing too drastic, it's showing you that the world really has your back. The timing is everything. You've got a whole year laid out in front of you. So the energy of this forecast for this year of the snake is just that. Sorry, that was the microphone. It's it's just that. It's an overall energy. You get to decide. You have dominion over the choices that you make and the actions that you take. So just keeping that in mind. And we're going to clarify this sun with the King of Swords. So we started with the Knight of Swords and we're finishing with the King of Swords, which means you are definitely up leveling your mental energy. You're focused more on the thoughts that raise your vibration and let you be in that flow of happiness, adventure, whatever this looks like for you. You know, there's some goats that really want to climb that mountain. There's other goats that just want to hang out and get fed by all the tourists, you know. So there's different ways to look at it. And that might show up differently at all throughout the year. Like each month is going to have a different energy and flavor to it, right? So I want to pull one final card just to kind of sew things up together here. And let's see what we have. So I hope this makes sense for you. And really, to get a rounded idea of what this year holds, I suggest you watch the video on your astrological zodiac as well. So we have Four of Wands. This is about celebrating. It's about having that stability in your social life, taking action in a way that works out to help not just yourself, but other people. I feel like it's just part of a collective connection or something like that. So let's just take a quick look. There's lots of swords. We had the Knight of Swords, King of Swords, Four of Swords. So out of all the swords, those are all the pretty good ones to have. And then you have the Nine of Wands and the Four of Wands. So there is definitely balance here when you really take stock of what you've done in the past and how it feels like, you know, you barely made it through or it was a big struggle. I think focusing on celebrating that whatever you went through got you where you are now. And I think that's an important thing to look at when we're in the midst of the negative stuff happening. Sometimes we've got to go, well, I know I'll be looking back on this and I'll see this from a different perspective. And that can kind of help take that harsh energy out while you're living it in the moment. And yeah. So there you go, goat. I hope that helps you. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in another video. Peace.